Hi, welcome to Stockinit Zombies. I'm Amy, also known as J Nitma.
And I'm Megan, also known as Just Run It. And we are the Stockinit Zombies. You already said that. This is episode 26.
Yay!
Yes. And it is April 24th.
Yeah.
So my son is going to turn 3 in 3 days.
Oh my goodness!
Yeah. And he just barely beat the deadline. We now have number 1s and number 2s going in the potty.
Yay!
Yes. And so then all of a sudden he got all of his rewards, and I don't think he'll ever go in his pants ever again because he likes having candy and he wants to go to Chuck E. Cheese and
yeah,
he likes doing all the big kid stuff. And he's like, baby Tintin, he's the only one in our house now that goes in his pants.
Oh
yeah, he's got some pride now.
Yeah.
So
it's cute, baby Tintin.
yeah, that's what he calls him, baby Tintin. Well, he can't say the whole name very well.
Well, that's very cute.
Yes.
I love it.
It kind of reminds me of the Adventures of Tintin. And please excuse my voice. I'm going to try to not talk too much so that you're not like, oh God, it sounds like she's gargling gravel. But I don't do very well at not talking very much. So
She'll try very, very hard.
I will. Odds and ends, I think. I don't know that we have any. Yeah, the shirts are going out. I think she's collected most, if not all, of the monies.
Yay!
I saw your mom out there.
Yes.
She's getting one. Your mom's going to proudly wear a t-shirt.
Yeah.
And I can't remember who it was out in the thread. Her name escapes me. She was like, if you don't wear your shirt, I'm going to be thoroughly disappointed in you.
So, at SSK?
Yeah,
or?
Java Jenny. I think it was Java Jenny. Not at SSK, at YarnOver.
Oh yeah, because I guess we do have our shirts.
Yeah.
But they're not sent yet. Oh,
yeah. We already have our shirts. Yeah. So, that segues into YarnOver is upcoming. It's this weekend.
We're going to be partying outside the home.
Yeah. I'm getting out of here. Rochester, goodbye. But it just seems like for the longest time it was just this,
Yeah.
out into the future type thing, right?
Well, we signed up in January.
Yeah,
it feels like
true.
it's been forever.
It's true. And you guys are probably tired of hearing us talk about YarnOver.
Yeah, it's the only thing we got going on. We don't have multiple festivals and all that jazz.
Maryland Sheep Festival and Stitches South, and
I hear about people in the South. They got it made. Us upper Midwesterners.
Which doesn't make much sense to me if you really think about it. Because like Froggy Monkey and I are knitting this castle, and she's like, yeah, I'm doing it on a sport weight instead of what the pattern's written for because it's so warm down here most of the time I wouldn't be able to wear it. And I'm like, so why do you guys have all these festivals?
And wool and sheep and knitting and us up in the northern climates have hardly anything.
Although I would say that they probably are more likely when it's just a little bit chilly to really bulk up. Have you ever noticed that when you've gone to other areas like that it's normally very warm, but for some reason it's a little chillier than it normally is? People are in full out, balaclavas and, wool.
Layers.
Yeah. And I'm just like, we're walking around in shorts, right? We were down in Florida and there was like record lows and it was but it was like 50, And I'm like, we're walking around in shorts and they're all like, just like, spit flying.
I have a friend, Chris, who we were out in California for a while, and he said, I never understood that fashion statement of the sweater around your shoulders and tied, it's very weird, it's not something...
Like Stepford wife-ish, right?
Yeah, it's very odd, but then he went to San Francisco in July, and he went from sweating to freezing when the sun went down, and he understood the sweater tied around your neck because most of the day you don't need it, but then right at night you need to pull it on real quick because it's freezing. So that mate me laugh because that's how they do layers there.
A bad joint. We'll balance. Not my favorite. I mean, I'll get into it. There's been lots of joins, and they haven't been all that grand. I feel like Meliabella with her, she had the stockings from Madelinetosh,
yes.
where she
Yep.
had the horrible joins. Anyway, so yes, YarnOver is up and coming, and we're excited about it. We're both seeing Claire Parks, and I'm seeing of Three Irish Girls.
Sharon.
Yeah, Sharon. And you're taking a photography course, right?
No, I'm taking Amy Singer's spindling silk class. So I'm going to get a silk hanky spindling lesson.
Did you look up your homework?
I don't have any.
Okay.
I know I have to buy a kit when I get there that's $25.
Yeah. I have to bring like US 7. We need to bring US 7s for Clara's.
Oh, okay.
No, maybe that was Sharon's. Yeah, no. Claire's was bring any socks that had failed you. I'm sorry.
Yeah, that's right. We're doing the sock one.
Not many socks knit on US 7. Sorry. You were like, what the heck is she talking about?
You know what? I'll probably bring my SKUs. I'll be like, these failed me very recently. I hate them. No, they fit, but I had to do a lot of mods to make them work. But it's definitely something that could be talked about. Like when things are knit on the bias, you need more stitches to accommodate your foot.
Yeah.
Duh, live and learn. Well.
Yeah. And we're staying at the Doubletree Park Place. So hopefully people aren't gonna like bane on the existence. But we're hoping to eat supper after YarnOver and possibly hang out in the lobby of the Doubletree. I think that's where you got the discount for YarnOver, so maybe there'll be other instructors that aren't heading out, Saturday night afterwards. And I hope to post everything to our YarnOver forum to give folks a heads up of what we're doing as things unfold. Because as I mentioned last week, I would like to be able to say, itinerary wise, 5 o'clock, we're going to be here. 7 o'clock, we're going to be here. But, yeah, that's just not.
It's too stressful.
Yeah, and then we have to make all these decisions up front, and we get there, and actually somebody's like, oh, no, that restaurant's not, you want to go here. I want the locals to be able to kind of drive some of our decision making as well. And as people show up, right, like there could be somebody out in forums being like, you must go here, you must go here. And then they're not the people that actually show up. Like life gets in the way or they're not able to make it. And, thanks for the recommendation, but you're not the one that's there. So we've driven our schedule around somebody that isn't even going to be there, right?
So if you're there at YarnOver, you see us and you were like, hey, I do want to go out to eat with you.
Yeah.
Just let us know that. And then we can at least say, we're going back to the hotel right after classes and we'll see you there kind of thing. And we might throw our bags up in the room and then come down to the lobby and hang out and just wait for people to chat us up.
Yeah, and I'm not being like highfalutin or like anti not establishment, but anti-itinerary. But like, I guess I feel like I don't want to let people down either, right? I mean, I don't want to make promises that we can't keep. So trying to be realistic.
Yes, yeah, definitely. And I've had that happen to me, and I've had to do it to people too. And it stinks all around. Like you go to a place at a certain time, you're like, where is everybody? They bailed, or you know that you're like, but is this everybody? Are you sure we should leave? And you feel like, I guess we have to leave, and then that 10 minutes later somebody showed up and was disappointed.
Yeah, it's almost kind of like knitting night at Dunn Brothers, right?
Yeah,
like
exactly.
When we would go there and it would be like, sometimes, I think the first night out of the house with my second born, so I left him and pumped milk and, whatever. And I sat at Dunn Brothers and nobody else showed up because it was in the middle of June, right? Or, May. And it was summer and people were doing their summer things. And I had just assumed that people were going to be there, right? And just sat there and it was just like sad panda, right? Like I think I even kind of got gussied up, which for me doesn't happen very often. But I'm like, I'm getting out of the house, I'm feeling like a little. And then I get there and I'm like, There's nobody here. Yeah, fail.
Yeah.
Fail. So socialization, fail. So yeah, we'll do our best, and make sure that you come up and ask us for a button.
Yep.
If you're interested in one, don't ask for one if you don't want.
Yeah. Well, Sarah said, I'm going to be there, but it might be afternoon while you're in your classes, so I get my button. I'm like, fine, you get your button.
Yep. And
even if you don't see me.
The marketplace is fantastic. I really edited myself last year. I was going to try to go stash diving and bring out what I'd gotten last year, because some people say that you have to use that up or you can't buy something the next year.
Whatever.
These people are obviously not me.
Yeah, exactly.
But I had only gotten one, and it was like a, I would never be able to bought it anywhere else but YarnOver. Like, not in any of the yarn shops I frequent, and not anybody I'd ever heard of, and not online. And so it was definitely souvenir yarn. It was purple. I'm not a big purple person. I was thinking I would make something for my daughter, because she's all about purple. But anyway, YarnOver. Yay, YarnOver.
Yay. We're excited.
Woohoo.
I am anyway.
Well, I don't have SSK to look forward to, so.
We're going to be driving early morning on that day.
Yes, because my son's birthday is the day before, so Amy very graciously agreed to go up later, or, not go up the night before, so that I could spend my son's birthday with him.
Yep, so we're going to be getting our butts out of bed pretty early and in the car and up to...
And I think it's my turn to drive, because you drove up to the... you drove up to... Can't sleep on me.
Of course. Well, I was going to say, of course I won't be in the mood for knitting. It's going to be too early.
Yeah, you'd have to turn the dome light on.
Probably. No, it gets light really early now.
Yeah, it does. You're right.
But, yeah. So it's going to be fun. We're excited. I can't wait.
Super excited. Especially after hearing everybody talk about going to Stitches South and their excitement and whatnot. I'm just like, we've got something to be excited about too.
Yep.
Yay! And then we skipped out on the yarn shop hop this year because we just couldn't make it happen.
Couldn't make it happen.
Yeah, new jobs and life situations, and just not able to make it up there. So we missed that. Sad panda. But I'm making plans for May. Madeline Tosh May.
Okay.
Yeah. So I will start off our finished objects.
I do not have any, so.
My finished object is not here either. Just imagine a beautiful escargot finished. I think you saw all but the top half of it last time. And because it went to its intended recipient, and my daycare provider thanked me and said that it indeed fit her daughter's head. And so I'm one hat down.
Okay.
I've always wanted to knit it ever since the pattern came out, so it's one of those things, not on my life list, but it was something in my queue that I actually intended to knit. It wasn't just like someday I might knit that. It was like I'm really going to knit that. So
I could go through my, not endless, but my work in progress. So my socks of Mighty Fail are almost done. So here's the second one, and it's got the heel. Yeah. So the heel is in progress, and it's going to happen. And I can wear these very soon.
I don't know. I think yours is very neat. I know that you don't like it, but...
Well, it's a matter of making it work, right? So I like it just fine but it's annoying that I had to do that.
Yeah.
But I thought about changing the name of it to the Make It Work socks for like Tim Gunn.
Yeah. Make it work. And you did. So you didn't waste your knitting. I mean, you did have to rip out a substantial amount, but
yeah. And then I didn't really knit much more on this olive, but I still feel like it the week that I worked on it, it made a lot of progress, and it's just knit for, I think, 3 more inches, and then I get to divide for sleeves. So I'm pretty excited, because 3 inches in knitting doesn't seem like it'll be that far off, and some car ride knitting going on here shortly, and
it's a very nice finished object. I'll just put it that way. In general, I really like the way my primarily stocking knit objects look at the end. Like, they look very professional, and they look, not professional, that's the wrong word. They look very put together, very nice, very fine finished objects. But I don't enjoy the process so much anymore.
I know you had to put the olive down quite a bit because it was just endless.
Yep.
Endless stocking knit.
Yep, and the sleeves. Oh, the sleeves got me. And it was at that point, I mean, because I still am, but at that point I was monogamous knitting, and so I think I got 3 weeks into it, and I'm just like, I can't do this anymore. I can't handle it. But.
Well, I'm not, so it'll get picked up, it'll get put down, it'll get picked up, it'll get put down. My hitchhiker is at 32.5 points. So it is getting so close to being done. Yay! I know it grows and it's not going to be as quick as I think, but
how many points are you doing?
The 42.
Okay.
It's just, it has to be 42.
Why?
The answer is not 32. The answer is 42.
Okay. You're not just going to go until you run out of yarn, or?
Well, I shouldn't run out of yarn.
Oh. Okay.
And the answer is 42. Why would I do 43?
I don't know. Because you have yarn to do it? What are you going to do with the extra yarn?
The Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. I'll find something. Monster or something.
Okay.
But
I'll find something, Mom.
The answer is 42.
Okay. Goodness.
For those geeky Douglas Adams fans, you know, it's got to be 42. And don't panic, and bring your towel, and babblefish.
Okay.
So I knit like a little teeny bit more on the back to school vest.
What yarn did you say that was?
Classy, Dreaming Color Classy, Cinnamon Girl.
That's right.
And then
there's another one in there.
Yeah, I'm gonna save that one for last because I have more to say about it.
Oh, okay.
And then this is the progress on
Chitin.
Ooh,
I've been going.
So I've divided for the arms, and I've started doing the front panel.
I love the drape.
Yeah, it's really great, and I did do a little bit of the alternating of skeins to get the color to match up, and I kind of moved the line around a little bit so you can see there's a little zigzag, but I figure when I'm wearing it, it might look kind of like darts or something, or maybe it'll block out, but I'm not too concerned with the line that I see there.
Yeah, I'm guessing you're the only person that will notice it. That's what I often think about on mine, like, because some of the striping that wasn't self-striping that I've done on things, sometimes I pull the yarn too hard, or I think I twist it too much. Like I do twice as many twistings as you should, or whatever. And I notice where it puckers a little bit there, and nobody else notices.
So, yeah, I kind of got to this point and I stalled.
Why does it jet out here? Is this the sleeve?
Yeah, so this is the sleeve. So all I'll have to do is join it and it'll be done. So I'm going to, graft at the top and then you join at the bottom and then it'll be done. So it's just a little tiny cap.
Got it.
That comes out, and that garter that you're seeing there is the sleeve. That's it. So there's no extra sleeve work to do on it.
You would think, again, this is me just over designing probably, but wouldn't you think that they would just, is this literally where it joined? No, you're going to do another half.
Right.
Okay. You would think that you would do the hole here and then have the seam in the back or something rather than in the middle of your arm.
Well, it's not going to be in the middle. Well, the join goes across the top.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
So there's a seam that goes from here
So if
down.
you did all of the stitches here, you would be joining it in the back, right? Where you wouldn't see the seam? Rather than having half an... Anyway, sorry, I'm over designing.
I don't mind having a
seam on your arm.
Yeah, well, it's on the shoulder and then it goes in, but it's a really short sleeve, so I don't know. It wouldn't be like going all the way down the arm or anything. And
these are the things that knitters talk about.
One thing I will say is that I made a boo-boo. So the back has the correct number of stitches and the front was shorted 4 stitches. So I'm about this 3/4 of an inch, half to 3/4 of an inch off on my sizing around the middle. So I am a little sad that this is going to stretch a little tighter than I would like. But it's only a half to a 3/4, so what would that really have bought me in the long run?
If you don't want it, I'll take it.
I've tried it on. I think it's gonna work. Nobody. Okay, very few people are always happy with their tummy. I mean, yeah. So
I would say of the people that have had children, there's even less happiness with
their midsection.
Yeah, things get stretched out.
So. Okay, so on to the final whip that I've been working on. I just cast this on before I got here, and this is going to be my last SSK knit along. And I chose to do Leslie's Georgia on my Mind socks. Well, it's not out there yet. So Leslie generously made me part of her test knit group.
Cool.
So that I could do this for the final SSK. And I really wanted to use this beautiful Dancing Dog Dye Works in the doghouse. I don't have much of the yarn from the people who are vending at SSK, very little. So I decided that rather than using something that I didn't want to use at this time, and for something that I didn't want to knit at this time, I'd do these socks. So, like, I have the My Wish shawl in my queue, and I have the pattern from donating. I think it was Elizabeth Zimmerman's. Linzim, sorry. Elizabeth Zimmerman. Anyway, yeah, that was completely. Because she's still alive and stuff.
That is like the definition of clown barf to me.
Yes, it is. And I love it. Yeah. And they're going to be happy, happy socks. So these are my happy, happy Georgia on my Mind socks. And I just started. I'm barely past the cuff, right? I got 1.5 inches of cuff, and then I get to actual pattern.
So you basically cast them on just so that you could talk about it.
Well, and I need to get them started, right?
Yes.
So that my other ones didn't take over, and then I didn't get my SSKAL raffle ticket points, or whatever you call them.
Oh, yes.
It's very important. I could win something awesome. I don't know what the prizes are going to be, but I could win something awesome. I know that, I'm getting the goodie bag, and I ordered the shirt, and it better be cool.
What's the shirt?
I don't know. It's a soft surprise. You have to order. So I think I ordered everything that you could possibly order. I ordered the extra yarn, the extra fiber, and the shirt. Maybe I didn't order the shirt, I don't know. But I know that I felt like I ordered everything you could possibly order.
It'd be hard to live up to Wee Sparrow's Zombie Nation, that's all I gotta say.
Well, yeah,
on the
that's
t-shirt.
our shirt.
Yeah.
Our shirt's way better than their shirt. Because it's mine.
Yep. My baby's beautiful.
My favorite, whenever I feel like screaming, me, it's mine. I think of Tracy Flick, Election.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah. Or no.
Yeah,
no, I mean
Election with Reese Witherspoon and.
But maybe I'm thinking Legally Blonde, because I think at the very end, she gets into the group that gets to do the special internship, and they're like, well, who's the and she's like, me,
Oh, okay, yeah, that is Legally Blonde.
Okay. Got my movies crossed.
But it was still Reese Witherspoon.
Okay.
So, right? Legally
Got the
Blonde
right blonde, yeah. But I love that, she turns around and she's like, in your face! That's how she says it, right?
Yep.
It's like, it's me!
It's mine!
Yeah. But, that's all I have.
That's all, huh?
Yeah. Just a million. And I have made awesome progress on everything, but
I agree.
I was trying really hard to get these done for y'all. And I wanted to. I really did. And I got the cuff done, and I was like, yay! And then I was like, oh, yeah, afterthought heel. So I at least got the afterthought taken out and put one row around it. So exciting. Back to the hitchhiker.
Yeah.
I can finish my point.
All right. I am doing, I think I spoke about it as my next up, but I am doing the Cicely McDonald Castle Pullover.
Yes, we talked about it going across the boobies.
Yes, and I did a bunch of playing around and kind of piddled and wasted some time. So I would have been farther, but it's in Owool Balance in the Sunstone colorway, and I absolutely adore the colorway. I love the heathered, and it hasn't varied much. I'm like on my 4th ball. So my qualm with the yarn is it's like in 100-yard, less than 100-yard balls. So really, I mean, like, I'm gonna have to use 7 of them to make like a t-shirt in size 34. And there's knots and joins and crap everywhere. I'm like, as if I didn't have enough ends that I'm going to have to weave in. You've got these wee little yardage skeins, and then you aren't even doing the quality control to make sure I've got, 100 yards of continuous yarn going on here. But again, love the color. I love the wool and cotton content. It's a nice, you get the stretch, but you don't. It's a little rough on your hands, but
a little wash up.
I got to here, underarm, and I thought, well, these are going to be tight. Like, tried it on. I'm like, oh, the sleeves are going to be a little tight around here. So I cast on 5 stitches underneath each arm, because you end up increasing a stitch to get it to the pattern repeat is a multiple of 9. So I'm like, 10 minus the one that you were going to increase, that only increases 9 stitches. That'll be great. And I got it to like here-ish, and I was like, I tried it on, and it was like out to here. It was not well on me. Like, it just like, this isn't fitting how I want it to. I'm not that bodacious. And so I ripped it back, and then come to find out, I'm like measuring my gauge. Well, adding 5 stitches on each side was adding an inch on each side. So I stuck with the 34 size, and then I was like, I can't do that in stocking knit again. So I didn't get down to here. I just started the lace where it said to start it. And it doesn't hit me like mid-boob. It's kind of high boob hittage. But very cool. I love the lace. People have commented that they love the cabling, but there's no cabling. This is all just increases and decreases in YarnOvers. And there's no purling, so it's really fast, even though you're doing some, lace work. And
just really got to stop this, because I'm going to end up just duplicate knitting everything that you knit.
Well, I got to tell people what I like and don't like about it.
Well, it's funny, like, okay, this one you haven't knit yet. Hooray. But I think you've knit everything else that I'm working on.
The olive and the vest and the back to school vest. But so yeah, it's I've got 15 inches from here down, and this is 3 pattern repeats. I think I'm on my 4th. Yes, I really like it. I'm not big on wearing when I'm cold. I think did I just drop a bunch of stuff? No.
Is it supposed to be warm on Saturday?
I don't know. Okay. I think I'm gonna sweat a little bit so that I can wear one of my sweaters, but I'm gonna definitely I don't know if you can see from the.
Well, I have 2 warm weather options, so I'm pretty excited. But
sorry, you're gonna have to wear something underneath of it.
Yeah.
I mean, there's no way. A modesty shell of some sort. I'm not big on that, the layering.
Oh.
But I'll get there. So
I have
2 warm weather options.
Like no fewer than I would say 15 camisoles, because I really love to layer. Like, I put the camisole on, and then I do like an open cardigan, or a really deep V, to make it nice and modest. And then I don't know, I really
I get burned by doing that, though, because then I get really warm, and I don't feel comfortable just wearing that bottom layer like in a workplace setting. But yet, if I didn't have I don't know, I guess if you had a long sleeve or even like a tee on underneath, it would be even warmer. But so what are your 2 options for Saturday?
The dress or the tank. So I have the Uhura. What's that way? Uhura? I don't know. It was a twisted, no. It's the Twist Collective pattern, and it's awesome sauce. I love it. I did it out of the recommended yarn, and I'm glad I did. Same with the dress, you know. Me and the cotton, I have to do what's recommended. Like, oh, a bamboo blend, hemp, whatever. Yes, I have to do what's recommended when it's a cotton one.
I think our traveling sweater is the only one that I've ever knit the pattern out of the yarn that it actually called for.
I have a sad story about my traveling sweater.
I know, I saw that out on Plurk.
I put it in the dryer. Dumbest thing. What had happened is I put it in the washing machine and it came out and it was, you know, semi-sopping wet, and I squeezed the water out, and then I didn't have time because it was just really late at night, so I put it on the floor across my little sweater dryer thing. Got up in the middle of the night, or not middle of the night, but, you know, before bed, and I stepped on it and it went squish, and I was like, "Arr!" And I was like, okay, just to, you know, pop it in the dryer, it shouldn't be bad. And then I got to doing my nightly routine and I forgot. And then my husband says, what's in the dryer? I'm like, holy crap! And I run to the dryer and I'm like, oh my god, oh my god! And it looks awesome, like the shrink that happened on it looks really cool, but it's for somebody smaller than me. So I wore it all day one day, and it's stretched in the shoulders, so it's wearable, and it hits me at a good, you know, it's not past my bottom anymore. Now it hits me, you know, like lower back. I mean, it's nice. It's a good length.
Did you get it wet and reblock it?
Maybe. When you try to just stretch it with it not, it's very tight. You know, it seems like, I don't know how much play I'm going to have with this, because you can't really see the stitches anymore. Wah, wah. But the only complaint I have about the newly washed thing is that my sleeves look like this.
So they're now not bracelet, they're like
three-quarter. Yeah. When I first put it on, I was like, oh, the bracelet, and I'm wearing it all day, and I'm, you know, keep stretching the shoulders to make sure it you know, blocking it on my person more or less all day long. And then as I'm going through the day, they kind of keep sneaking down, you know, and I'm like, grrr. So I'm wearing it, and I'm like, well, it's still wearable. I'm not out a sweater yet.
Yeah. Maybe Lucy can wear it someday.
Yeah.
Daughter.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. I am pretty sad. I wish somebody in my family was smaller than me. I don't know too many of them that are. If they're skinnier than me, they're taller than me. You know, so then it would look really weird and short on them. Yeah. And if, you know, I don't know, it'd be I don't know. I haven't seen some of my family lately. Maybe there's somebody out there. But, yeah, it was very sad. And I got to wear it like, I think for like 3 months. I think I wore it and then thought, okay, now it's time to wash it. And I'm like, it's dumb, stupid. Why?
Well, at least you saved it before it was just microscopic.
This is true. It had more to shrink, I'm sure.
Yeah.
But it didn't feel like it to me that I could wet it and stretch it again.
Yeah, if you've lost stitch definition, I'm guessing that it's probably felted at that point. You can't undo
it's very cool because the ribbing, you know, I don't know, it pops and it looks really cool, but it's just, it doesn't fit me anymore, at least the way that it was intended. So now it's, you know,
that was a ton of knitting too. How many yards? Like over 1,000, right? Of sport weight, wasn't it? Yeah. Yes. And ribbing. Oh, the ribbing.
The ribbing, yes.
Yeah, no, I think I was working. No, I was wearing my traveling sweater last year to the yarn shop hop and YarnOver. I was working on my effortless cardi, I think, when I was there. Anyway,
I'll have
continue on.
Yeah, I'll have to think about what I can, you know, if there's anybody that seems like a worthy recipient. Yeah. Besides, you know, making it wait for my daughter, you know, and like fashion. She'll be like, Mom, I don't want that ratty old thing. Or
don't throw it under your bed. The crickets will eat it.
Yeah.
I I think I have warm weather options. I've got the coral, which is it looks kind of maternity to me, and I think it's because I wore it when I was maternity.
Mm-hmm.
But that's an Isiger like tank top. I don't know that I'd wear it. That and the Cotton just has not worn well.
Mm.
And then what else do I have that I could wear that would be warm weather?
You made something out of empathy.
Yeah, my glass half full.
So you could wear that.
Yeah. Or no, bottoms up. I called it glass half full. Because I was being optimistic about the amount of ribbing in it. I don't know if it fits. I was skinnier then, Amy. This is pre-third child. I was like a brand new knitter and churning out empathy.
Yeah, that's right. And you were running hardcore.
I was running.
Everybody was concerned about you.
Oh dear. Don't be concerned about me.
Well, I just remember people at work were like, you notice how thin Megan's getting?
And you're like, she's a runner.
Yeah, exactly.
My husband gets real thin when he runs too.
Yeah. She's getting really thin. Yeah, she runs all the time.
Yeah, and that was probably around the time my sister died too. So
yeah,
there was more.
Extra.
Yeah, there's more reason to be concerned than just my. Yeah. Anyway, yeah. So I don't know what I'll wear. I'll probably just be warm. All in the name of wearing my hand knits. You will see no less than 5 million February lady sweaters. I think I quit counting last year at the. There was like a keynote speaker last year, and they've decided to skip that this year. Mm. But yeah, I was just looking around, and I think I stopped counting after 20. They're very recognizable, mm-hmm. And people, very proudly wear them. So you're like, oh my Lord, there's a lot of February lady sweaters here. So I wonder what this year's thing will be. I don't know if it'll be February lady sweaters or whatnot. But yes, we're back to YarnOver. Uh-oh.
Oh, nothing. It's just not looking like it should. But the count is right. So I'm going to keep going.
Yeah, I was going to make sure that I didn't. Yep, so I got 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm going to switch. Need to make sure that I don't mindlessly continue on. Yep, that's all I wrote. I don't. Oh, you've got some pretty sitting over there. Yep. I have been very good, not for YarnOver's sake, but because I've got a lot of custom orders coming up where I'm like, I haven't written the check yet. It's probably going to be pretty big. Probably should hold on to my pocketbook for a little while. So,
yeah,
all you had to do was complain, huh?
Well, yeah, to the gods, because I didn't really complain to her.
Yeah.
I think I said, how's that coming? You said it was going to ship on the 9th. And, that was kind of like a nudge. Hello, I haven't had my yarn yet. But I got the notice the day after we recorded and received it that Saturday. So greetings and ham is here. Is so beautiful.
It is beautiful.
And I am excited.
Is it going to be socks?
Well, yeah, probably. I don't know. These are all gonna sit in my
I say it like
sash.
it's gonna be socks. Like it's like so lame, but no, socks.
I have, I organized. I have more bins of sock yarn than I do of sweaters weight worth of yarn, and I'm like, it keeps growing, and it'll probably end up growing some more. So, and this is Perry the Platypus.
I know, covet.
Oh, it's so cute. I showed him to my husband, and he's like...
Yeah. My husband doesn't often get excited about anything that I show him.
But it's one of those things that's like, okay, look at the color. Now, it's called Perry the Platypus. And he's like, I can see that. And very underwhelmed, kind of like, yep, it's yarn.
Is there a thick stripe and a thin stripe, or is it just even stripes?
This one came out online. It was thick and thin and whatever. I can't remember. I think this one was similar. I think the black bands, the rest. Yeah, I think.
And the blue's the biggest.
I think definitely a picture of this knit up by somebody, and same with this. Somebody used this exact yarn in our KAL. So,
that's right. I should have mentioned that at the beginning too.
Oh,
KAL's going to be wrapping up. So
Lock
30th.
Yes,
I confirmed April only has 30 days.
We are locking it April 30th.
Yep, and so we'll be drawing next week. That'll be May next week. I don't know how May got here.
This fast.
Yeah. Where has April gone?
It was quick. Speedy.
Yep.
My birthday month went fast.
Whoosh, whoosh.
Thank you, Christina, for my pattern. I got one more pattern gift.
See, it's still your birthday until you get that last gift.
I don't remember if I mentioned that last week, but I thought, okay, I remember when last gift came in, and thank you. Love my little pattern that I got. And yeah, I'm pretty darn excited for YarnOver, and the acquisitions might be grand. I told myself that I could buy myself a large item if I had some good fortune hit me, and I got some good news today. So I might be buying a wheel.
Do they sell wheels at YarnOver? I don't know.
They probably do, but I've already contacted Knitter's Palette, and we have talked. And I hate to go somewhere else after having, spend a lot of time with them, talking to them about it. So, if that works out, if they still have them in stock and that still works out, then that's probably where it's going to be purchased. But at the same time, there's also, in my mind, a new wardrobe and a purse, all sorts of things that I want to buy myself. But I
was telling that to my husband. I think Christina Knits emailed me as well and was like, I just don't have as much time on Ravelry because she just got a new job as well. And I was like, me either. And I'm like, you know what? I think that's why I haven't bought anything. Like, I don't have any acquisitions. And he's like, so not only are you making more money, but you're spending less as well? Double bonus. And I'm like, yeah.
That's not going to last that long.
Yeah, exactly. Eventually I'll get back to buying things, sweetie. Just you wait.
Yeah. Speaking of buying things, there is I'm not going to mention who, updating tomorrow, and I am so excited.
Uh-oh.
And it's a big one, so I'm going to try to score.
Do you want my ninja skills?
Yeah, I might.
You need to tell me who's updating, though.
Off camera. Enough people know about it. I am not going to add competition. I'm sorry. I'll tell you next week when it's over. I know that sounds harsh.
Well, Amy and I last week in the Fiber Nymph update both went out and put things in our cart and then released them into the wild.
Yes, that was fun.
Yeah.
So we scooped them up really
early. So Lisa
early.
probably doesn't want to hear that.
And then we went, you can have some yarn, and you can have some yarn, and you can have some...
I literally sat there and went, release, go find a new home. Because, I was like, I have over $100 worth of yarn in my cart, and I don't need any of it. And again, Lisa, I'm sorry. But I have a custom order through you, which is going to be, you're going to be making your money from me. But, I was just like, and the person who's perseverance, you go to them because they have waited, and they have stalked, and they have seen, that there's still one out there, and go find your new home. Yeah.
That was fun.
It was fun. And we didn't do it purposefully, but I just think we both were like, I caught some stuff, but I haven't checked out. And you're like, me too. So.
Yes, it was very like, I don't have a wheel and I had fiber in my cart. I'm like, what the heck am I doing? Release. Yeah. And then I'm like, okay. I had some really beautiful colors that, reminded me of my...
everything that she has is beautiful, but...
my school colors. And I was like, oh, when am I going to knit this scarf, hat, whatever the heck it is that I think I want to knit with this yarn? And I'm like, never, because I have 4 sweaters in my dream queue and I have yarn for them already. So away you go. And And I know that this update tomorrow is completely not necessary, but I am going to be mad on the ninja skills trying to get some of it. So we'll see. And then, so you kind of let it slip. The big news is that I got a job offer, but I haven't accepted it yet, so no bad juju.
No bad juju.
Exactly. I don't want some sort of like catastrophic event to come along and smash said off.
Okay.
You know?
Got it.
No bad juju. Since I haven't signed the paperwork to say
Nothing's
I
in the
want
bag
to.
yet. Got it.
Nothing's in the bag yet. It has been extended. I have yet to sign the papers. So it's one of those things. Oh, okay. Yeah. So we're excited about that. I gotta, feel it out, talk through it, and I'm sure I'll sign the papers, eventually. But just haven't done it yet.
Yep. Congratulations.
Woohoo. So yeah, in my head, like wheel, new wardrobe, some, I don't know, shoes, bags, purses, I don't know. Whatever you think that you're like, oh, I need this new wardrobe for my new career as a,
Yeah. New
Fancy
everything.
things,
Yeah.
yeah.
Once you want to dress to impress, right?
Exactly. That, and I don't really have any dressy or professional skirts. I think all my skirts are things that could be worn in the summertime are not professional. Like all fun and beautiful and
Yeah, you'd think skirts would be nice in the summer, but you gotta wear, the dress code is that you gotta wear
pantyhose.
Yeah.
So yeah, that would kind of
Makes it warm.
That's
But
true.
Not to, kibosh your your dress / skirt shopping, but
No, I did think about that. But at the same time, it's like, no, just to change up the, wardrobe so it's not just pants. I don't know.
that's all I wear. But I'm a pants kind of gal. I did knit myself a skirt that I've worn, I think, twice.
Okay.
Out of cotton.
There you go. You have a skirt and a tank top. Do they match?
No, not at all. Nor would I do that to myself. Well, so that's the other thing. I can't wear my Stalking the Zombies shirt, my Zombie Nation shirt, if I wear
This is true.
something that isn't layered upon.
Yeah, you'll see Amy in a dress with a stocking knit zombie t-shirt over the top.
That's right. Yeah, because you mentioned your dress. Yeah, that'll work.
Or an Uhura with a stocking knit zombie shirt.
You could wear it around your waist, like you had an accident. Okay, well, we were light on knitting this week and long on chitty chat, but YarnOver, here we come, and we'll see you next week where this has been a prolific KAL, so we'll have lots of prizes to give away and lots of finished objects out there, so wrap them up by the end of this month. April, I'll lock the thread, and we'll have the drawing next week, and you'll see what we scored at YarnOver and who we met, and
yeah,
should be a fun one.
Yeah. Bye, y'all.
Bye.
Oh, wait.